Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, that
what?
makes me want to listen to it again. Like,
no, it's not
really
over.
No, I mean like because I really liked that.
Let me enjoy this. So now you're reacting to the artist Beenzino, and this song also features an R&B artist named Suran, and this is his song called Imagine Time, and it's from his third studio album called 12, released in 2016. In this song, Beenzino talks about his childhood and how it ended so quickly. He didn't have time to do anything he wanted. He tried to chase time, but he was too tired to follow. He wants to catch time and murder it so he can stop and rest, but time keeps passing and we keep fading away.
This is relatable.
3, 2, 1. If you murder time, then you will have no time.
Birds.
What's the piano doing in the background?
Glasper. That keyboard background.
That's a really cool beginning with what the piano is doing.
Definitely Glasper.
Yeah!
No doubt.
It's some, like, it's like a like a 7-note pattern. It's just like a flourish.
Also kind of cool how like the ambient sounds in the beginning set up the time for like the song. That's a really cool effect, like it just bleeding in.
It's like a interesting piano ostinato type thing that's like flourishy.
It represents like change and hope and uncertainty.
Yeah, it reminds me of fall.
Yeah.
Oh, the rhythm starts to groove. If this soundtrack stops, this is going to be a very good song.
Ooh, now we have like a different clock coming in that's actually in tempo with the singer. But we still have the second clock that's in a completely different meter. So they're like layering more than one ticking sound.
Time is not my friend, time is not my friend.
It's funny because the clock
And
ticking, it's like one
it's
intro
like-
and then
yeah.
it sounds like triplets because it's not in tempo with the music.
Well, I was gonna say sometimes it. No, yeah, it sounds like
Sometimes it lines up.
up.
But now it doesn't.
Okay, it sounds very improvised.
Yeah. Ooh!
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wait, that
What?
makes me want to listen to it again. Like.
No,
because,
it's
like,
not
I really
over.
No, I mean like because I really liked that.
Let me enjoy this.
Interesting. What does this mean?
And that subtle bongo conga thing. It's so cool. It's like the water droplet effects. You hear it. Doppler.
Definitely like reminds me of like the trap beats and hip hop, you know? Like
Yeah.
that vibe.
I like how sometimes when they do these bass notes, it's not in the same key, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But this is actually in the same key, so.
I do like his very braggadocious delivery to like a theme that's more deep. Reminds me of Tyler the Creator, actually. Very much. Yeah! No, we'll talk. We'll talk.
This is the fattest fucking mood I think I've ever heard, like, in my life.
I feel like it's cool that he's sort of doing like a rapping and then also kind of like rap talking thing. But if he's gonna do that, I feel like you need to do like 10% more singing instead of talking to make it work.
Have you heard of Arnold Schoenberg?
Yeah.
Sprechstimme.
Well, yeah. That's one. Well, okay, yeah. But like, have you heard of Anderson .Paak? Because he does that really well.
Was he just singing from the point of view of time? So lit. Something's going on here.
Also, it's really cool when you hear electronically produced drum set sounds where, like, as opposed to playing an acoustic kit where we work on the muscles in our fingers and in our feet to draw as much sound out as possible from the drum kits that we're using and from the drums themselves. Because of that, there's like a faster decay on an acoustic kit. It's really cool to hear electronically produced drum set sounds where it's a more like it's a longer decay, which I think like also bleeds into in like affects why sometimes the groove just feels so fast.
There's a light-hearted quality to it, even though there's clearly like quite a bit of pain in this and some real sincerity. I definitely like the tone.
Like
oh, I get it.
The clock is constant.
The clock is ticking. The clock was the metronome in the beginning.
Yeah, I was like, it was really cool in the beginning how they didn't really put anything concisely on the downbeat other than the clock. Or not on the down, on beat 1 of the measure. But up until the beat drop, there really wasn't anything actually physically happening on 1 unless it was a continuation of the phrase leading off of the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th beats. Like there was never like a, oh, it was always just the clock.
Every time he's not rapping, it's very expansive. Like you hear that the response. It's like that female voice, like like kind of trailing off. So it's almost as if you're on a mountaintop and you're singing, and it's like everything's flying up in the air. But then as soon as he raps, brings you back into that closed space, and then you share this moment where he explains his life, and then slowly expands it out and brings it back in. And it's so. Yeah, as you mentioned, it's very poetic because it's not just inner monologue because that'd just be a monologue, but there's this incorporation of landscape and then also that small enclosed space that he's trying to go for. So you get to see 2 types of narratives.
I think using the clock sounds both as in rhythm and out of rhythm, so like layering it. It just kept you on your toes, I think, listening to it. And then every time he moved to a new section, the texture would change somehow. So, like, you know, the first time it was mostly just, like, percussion-y, outside sounds, him sort of rapping or singing. And then we started having, like, electronic, like, whoa, 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 like, background texture. And then we added, like a electronic bass note with it. So he kind of varied up the different like textures between the sections. Yeah, the sort of like ambiguity between rap and singing and speaking, like it was definitely somewhere in between, which I think I liked it. And I think that there's a lot you can do when you break down like the divide between what is speech and what is song. Like we think that there is like a clear division, but there's not. So listening to something like this and asking, well, what part of this is singing, what part of this is speaking, it kind of defeats the point of it being there. So I liked that ambiguity.
You can stop now. You gotta go to the army anyway, then everything will stop since I was born on top of your left wrist.
Yeah, see,
oh,
I got it. Okay, see.
Wait, I love this song. Wait, did you add it to my playlist?
Yes.
Oh my god, like it's just like, it's so like disjointed, and I know that's because it's like, oh, time is like weird. Because time is weird in this song, and like, you know, you hear the clocks ticking, and the clocks are like so together with each other, sort of, or like at least they're regular, and then like everything else is just kind of like, where are we? Like, bruh.
Yeah, okay, sorry. It was like one of those things where words were passing so quickly. Yeah. Like I was just imagining like seeing the lyric, like you reading the lyrics, it must be like paragraphs and paragraphs of stuff because it was going by so fast. And there were some points when he was like talking about how time fast goes, and like the meter of his like speaking sped up so fast that I couldn't even keep up with the words on the screen. I was like, it was like so fast. I feel like this is more of a trend with like rapping than necessarily like lyrics in a song. There's so much more like complexity and deepness and like rap lyric. I don't listen to a lot of rap, but the rap that I have listened to, it's very like, it goes by fast, it's really deep, but like just not deep enough that it'll like hit you and you're like, oh wow, okay, my mind is blown, but then it's gone and there's like more lines, you know, coming at you. I felt like a lot of similar things with this, and I was like reading lyrics as hard as I could because I was like so captivated, and I feel like he had something to say about it, which I really appreciate when artists have something to say and they say it.
Hello everyone, I'm ReacttotheK channel creator, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed or learned something from it. If you'd like to support us or help ReacttotheK grow, you can do so by visiting our Patreon and help us out by pledging any amount you can. Till next time.